What's up, y'all? I'm just suiting up here from a quick visit to my chiropractor. Yes, I know how it's pronounced, I just like saying the word that way. Because my back's all jacked up from playing volleyball, of all things. Actually, it wasn't just about volleyball, it was life. And the volleyball thing was just the last straw. Well, my back was like, nah, son, I'm done. So I'm in here getting my back cracked by a big Samoan dude, because I'm not exactly petite. And it helps out, so I highly advise if you got back issues, go get your back checked out. Helps you out a lot. But right now, we're not going to talk about physical issues, we're going to talk about mental issues. If you're just now visiting the channel or you're a return subscriber, I'd just like to say welcome and welcome back. I don't say my name, you know what channel you're on. Don't feel I need to say my name every 30 seconds for you to know what channel you're watching. I just greet my subscribers and such with a simple welcome. So, let's talk about peer pressure. If you haven't seen any of my older videos, my very first committed motovlog or a PTSD video, I have a very strong mental health slant that I like to ride because mental health's important. You can be ugly, you can be pretty, but I feel like personally all you got is what's up here in the end, you know. So we all got issues, and sometimes other people can really exacerbate those issues. So let's tell a story. Writers always got a story, right? So my nephew is a writer, was a writer, and him and his best friend took the class together, we're going to ride together, and so forth and so on, as we do. And his friend unfortunately died in a motorcycle accident. Brand new writer. I don't know the young man's name. Even if I did know his name, I wouldn't say his name out of respect for the family and all that, but this was quite a few years ago. My nephew has since wanted to get back into the hobby lifestyle, but you know, family and such, he just hasn't been able to. And he's working on it. Actually had his bike in my garage for 2 years or something like that, before he finally sold it to somebody he worked with. Anyway, he had a very good friend who was, I don't want to say goaded into racing some dudes, but he was basically goaded into it. I'm going to say it. So he, you know, thought that he could accept this challenge and decided to race some folks and ride at a level well beyond the skill he possessed, which is extremely dangerous on these two-wheeled machines and extremely dangerous in life, period. Because of peer pressure. A group of his peers were, you know, doing something that he knew that he wasn't up to, or should have known that he wasn't up to, and unfortunately it cost him his life, and it sucks because shit, I'm dying. That was rude, I'm sorry. It sucks because you would never think that peer pressure could kill somebody. You know, it's nobody can make you do anything type of deal. It's you did whatever you did on your own, but it's a mental health thing, you know. You were pressured, you felt pressured because some outside force was acting upon you, and you felt you had to do something about it to either maintain your own sanity, maintain your manliness to show that you're a man or a woman, and it affects a lot more people than you think. So I got affected by this, and I didn't start riding until I was 29. This was one of my first bikes. I'm a grown man, got kid, wife. I was riding and I had the reflectors on my 650. You know, most bikes come stock with some type of reflector on it, and it's just for visibility purposes, especially at night. And some, I want to call him a scrub, was yelling at me from the passenger side of a car. Get it? DLC. Anyway, about my reflectors in passing as I was pulling into my neighborhood. And I got home and I was like, man, what the, what? And you know what I did? I took those reflectors off because of something some random dude yelled at me down the street. I didn't know, didn't care about, but I felt personally attacked because of some damn reflectors. And then you know what I do? I throw LEDs on everything that I own for visibility. Like, Does that even make sense? It's just a GoPro here. Get this pretty face in focus. So yeah, it was pretty stupid, right? That's a very small thing, but very big things can be riding with somebody that's out of your skill level, riding too fast, trying to take a corner that you know you can't handle or should know you can't handle because you have not practiced that, which I'm going to talk about in a whole nother video. But if you got people that are pressuring you to do things that you know you shouldn't do, maybe you need to drop those folks. You know, teens, adults, kids, if you're watching this, they're not your friends. You know, and if you're those folks that's out there pressuring people to do something they shouldn't do, especially new riders, they can get themselves killed, they can kill somebody else, they can injure a child on the streets, cause a car accident, multiple fatalities, or they could just ruin their day and be scared off of riding forever. I don't know which one is worse. Obviously killing somebody is worse, but I'm just saying, that's a detrimental effect for something stupid. You know, wheelies are dumb, but they're super fun. But if you don't think that you should be doing them, don't let somebody pressure you into doing them. You need a closed area, safe space to practice. You don't need to do anything out on the street, especially when you know you shouldn't be doing it. Especially when you don't have the skills to do it. And that's just one of many things. Wheelies, races, curves, corners, trying to keep up in general. If you ride with a good group of folks, they will tell you, hey, don't keep up with us. You know, don't worry about keeping up with us. All you need to worry about is increasing your skill level, being safe, and we'll wait for you if you get separated. Or you'll have a group of people that'll either watch your back from the front or the rear if you're riding in the pack, or you'll have somebody who'll take you out and school you on how to be safe on your motorcycle or anything else in life. This doesn't just apply to motorcycles. So you got positive peer pressure and you got negative peer pressure. The negative peer pressure is something you should absolutely avoid at all costs. Positive peer pressure, you need to accept with a grain of salt, and you need to step up to the challenge of somebody present you with something that will either humble you and or keep you alive and somebody else alive. The third form of peer pressure that I assume exists, I'm going to call it perceived peer pressure. And I think this is, I don't know, probably the worst kind of peer pressure, where there's not really any pressure being placed upon you, but you just feel like you got to keep up. I feel like I need to hang with these dudes. I feel like I need to do wheelies. I feel like I need to go fast. I feel like I need to drag a knee. I feel like I need to hang off the bike. Without anybody ever saying anything to you, you see what they can do if they're more skilled riders than you, or if they're dumb and they're just doing it because they think they can be more skilled and they're just showing off. You see what these other folks are doing, and you try to keep up with them because you don't want them to eventually say something to you. You don't want them to eventually come out and tell you what you assume that they might say, which they might not even say at all, especially if you got a good group of riders with you, good group of friends. The last thing on their mind will be to tell you, hey, you need to get rid of them chicken strips, fool, which is not a thing. Get over the chicken strips. Don't lean off your bike to show how well your tires can rub in. Lean off your bike because you're going fast and you got the skill to do so, and you've learned that skill and honed that skill over years and or months, if you're really good, of practice. Don't lean off the bike so you can show somebody how good your tires look while you're standing still. They can't see chicken strips when you're moving. Get over it. Chicken strips are a myth. It's an old school mentality, and it's causing a lot of accidents out here. So I'm not gonna harp too much on that, y'all. I just want you to know that it's okay to get rid of people who aren't good for you. You know, it's okay to stick up for what you want. I rock a reflective vest every now and then. I like my black jacket. My stripes are reflective, but I wear, as you've seen in my rain ride video, a very bright green reflective vest because I don't want to die. Feelings might hurt. Getting dead hurts worse. I mean, not for you, because you'd be dead, but everybody who loves you is going to hurt because you had to catch up and keep up with somebody stupid. Now, I'm not going to say I'm immune to peer pressure. I do dumb stuff when I'm with my friends, but I do dumb stuff to my skill level. Like, I ride with some dudes that are crazy good riders, and I will stick with them as far as I can. Or if we're racing, which we do, I will stick with them as far as I can, and then I will give it up when I know I'm coming to the limit of my skill. It's not because I'm a quitter. It's not because I'm weak. It's because I want to remain alive to ride my bike some more. And or eat cheesecake. Have you ever had cheesecake? Shut your ass. Stay alive. Eat the cheesecake. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, or hit the unlike. Thumbs down? I don't know. Make a choice. Do something. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.